Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the Pillow Talk Lounge.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to the Pillow Talk Lounge.
Hey.
We have a special guest today. So we're going to welcome Lance to our slumber party.
Glad to be here.
Hey, V.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
So, guys, I'm your host, Miss Kia, and I'll let everyone else go around and introduce themselves.
Hey, everybody. Tierra the Diva.
Hey, y'all. I'm V.
Hey, everybody. I'm Lance. Pleasure to meet y'all. I'm glad to be here.
Okay, so we have
someone
some
did not introduce themselves because they're on mute.
Oh, Jen.
I'm my bad. I thought I unmuted. I'm sorry. It's J to the Lou. My bad. Sorry. Technical difficulties.
Hey, J to the Lou. So, guys, we got some juicy topics to talk about today. Lance, are you ready?
Let's get it.
You're joining us on the slumber party, so it's good to always have a male's perspective.
I appreciate you inviting me.
All right, so who wants to open up with the first topic for today? Hi, Legend. He's a part of the Pillow Talk Lounge, too. Okay.
All
so
right.
You want to open up the first question, or V?
I think James wants to open up the first question.
Well, V really wanted to talk about this topic, so I think she should open it up.
Outgrowing relationships.
So the first topic is outgrowing relationships, and what are your thoughts about it? And that could be relationships with friends, with people that you've dealt with on a more personal level, but outgrowing relationships. What are your thoughts? When do you know that you've outgrown, a relationship with a friend or a partner?
All right, since you're the guest, Lance, we're going to let you start this off.
Okay.
So, what are some signs of outgrowing relationships? Or what are some actions that you take when you feel as though the relationship has, ended?
Actually, that's interesting because everybody responds to stuff different. So, that moment when you realize you're looking at your partner with that little face? That, you know that face, right? So anytime you have that moment, that feeling, that means it's starting to be a little bit more serious than just dealing with their little quirks. A lot of times we have a problem with, in my opinion, recognizing those moments when you feel more disconnected with the person next to you. And we have a problem with distancing ourselves. We always make excuses.
Our YouTube channel at the Pillow Talk Lounge and on our Facebook.
Definitely want to make sure that we pay more attention to ourselves as we grow, as we want to do things. I always use this example. Any of y'all watch Power?
Yeah, I watch Power.
All right.
Yeah.
In Power, when the first season starts, when he was asking Tasha about who wanted to go legit and do stuff, that was a moment in which he was outgrowing her. And a lot of times people have that. People start careers, they start to dream, they start to want to do better things and not stay where they were. And when we find ourselves in a situation where our partner doesn't want to help support that, I feel like that's one of the moments when we start to outgrow the situation we're in. Because you can't excel if somebody's still staying in the same place. I fell victim to that, and I stayed in situations where I should have left because I had a problem with letting go of what was normal to me.
I think we all are guilty about, staying in things longer than we should. So
here's my question, because I think that we all can speak on this truthfully around the board.
Not even just
when is it that you realize, like, you know what? I've been in this relationship too long. I've outgrown this person. I'm ready to move on. Like, when does it come down to that serious conversation to have? Because
or do you have the conversation?
Huh?
I said, or do you have the conversation? Because now they call.
I mean, but if you don't have the
like
conversation,
ghosting
then it's
or
gonna
whatever.
linger on, right?
Everything.
Like you.
Oh no, go ahead, Jen.
For me, I feel like when I finally had that conversation, I just when you don't feel anything anymore, not even just with relationships, even friendships, it's just when y'all don't have any kind of connection. Well, we start with relationships first, but when I don't feel anything anymore, and I'm like, I just can't do this anymore. Like you said, and it was to a point that I was holding on to something because you realize you put all this time in with this person and you felt like obligated to try to continue working out when you know deep down inside you outgrew this person, you think. So it's just like you got to look at yourself and say, are you going to continue to be happy? And if not, you gotta have that conversation and say, look, I can't do this no more. Like I'm done. Like it's I'm just outgrown you.
Because I just had that situation happen with a homeboy of mine, and we always had a up and down relationship, but it came to a point when I started to see all the destructive habits in it, and at a certain point, you get fed up, and you try your best to catch it before you get fed up. Because normally when you get fed up, things get said, y'all start doing stuff, and it becomes more volatile than it needs to be. And I had to just step back and just finally say, like, I'm cool with things are. I'm cool that you and I no longer hang out. Like, I'm okay with that. Be able to move that out. And it was a hurtful process because he was like a brother to me. But it was better to choose myself first than to just stay in a situation that continued to just be pointless. So,
well, for me, I was in a long relationship and I knew that it was over once he wasn't happy for my success. Meaning like, I was advancing in a relationship and he was really stagnant. And every time I advanced in an area, whether it was like work or being promoted or doing something different, he was never happy for me. Right. So, I mean, those are signs too. Danielle, she mentioned how you become numb in relationships and everything starts to irritate you.
Everything starts to irritate you.
That's that hook face. That's that face you make. Literally every time.
You said that hook face?
That hook face, that ugh. Like every time they do stuff, they walk past you, your air state. Shit like stuff like that. All the time. It just bothers you. It just does.
So I guess for me, I'm coming from a state of just outgrowing friendships and, versus relationships and dealing with someone, but just friendships. I feel like I outgrown quite a bit of friendships. And similar to what you said, Key, just, when you're kind of progressing and some of your friends are not purposely staying stagnant, but just stagnant on many levels and just have a different vision and goal in mind than you do. So you just kind of don't want to really be around that person. You don't have too many things in common anymore like you may have when you were in high school or middle school. And, I think you just kind of outgrow that person.
Yeah, I agree with that. And when it comes to friendships, definitely when you are doing something different and you have tunnel vision, you're on another level and that person is just still stagnant and they're not trying to make any other moves, then it's time for you to kind of move on. Yvette Holmes says, when a person talks to you and you just look at them with no more words to say, you are done. For sure.
Now, let me ask everyone this. What is easier to break off, a relationship or a long-term friendship that doesn't mean anything else to you?
You said what's easier to break off?
What's easier to walk away from to break off? A long-term friendship or a relationship?
I think it depends.
Right, exactly.
It depends on how long you had that friendship.
I mean, but let's put it like this. Like
you invest in these things too. You know, you invest time, energy, conversations.
Right. You invest in friendships, you invest in relationships.
I think they're both equally as hard.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you had like a friendship for like 15 years, a friendship for 15 years, or a relationship for like 7 years. You know, like Vanessa said, they're going to both be equally hard to just get up and walk away from.
I think you got to realize people are put in your life for reasons and seasons, and once they serve their purpose, sometimes it's just time for them to go.
And I think it becomes less easy when the emotion of letting that person is no longer there. When you don't feel so bad to not have that person around, or you don't care to have that person around.
I have a request for somebody to come in on live on Instagram, ladies.
Okay.
Let's see.
Join the slumber party.
Let's see what they have to say.
I'm scared.
I'm waiting for them to come on. So while we're waiting, I think that honestly, to me, depending on where the friendship and the relationship is, I also think maybe a relationship is a little easier to break off than a friendship, because most friendships that you break off last like some friendships last longer than certain relationships. Let's be clear. As far as relationships, I found it as you get older, it's easier to walk away from.
You don't got time for the boo.
Exactly.
And some people are just like dead weight. Like every time you're around them, your energy changes. Like your energy just weighs down. You irritated. You want to be around them. Like, damn, what they going to complain about? What they going to say now? Why are they always talking about people?
Right.
Like those type of friendships, I can't do. Like, and I had a friendship like that. And, you know, it ended almost a couple years ago because the person was just like constantly always talking about other people. I just couldn't do it. Like, damn, you don't have nothing else going on. Like, you know, you so worried about this person and what they're going through and their problems or their marriage or their relationships. Like, you don't have nothing else going on. So it's just like, you know, when it's time, because like somebody said, you know, you get irritated or your energy changes around them.
Your energy absolutely changes. It absolutely does. Because I mean, with friendships, I think it's more outgrowing the person. It's either that or a trust factor. It's normally one or the other, where you just don't trust that person anymore, or you just are going in two different directions.
So I got a question for y'all. So now that you've been friends with this person for years and years and years, they know so many of your secrets. They know a lot of your business. Would you be afraid after that friendship ended that they were going to air you out?
Yeah, you should
business.
But that means that's a trust factor thing, man. That's a trust factor thing, right?
My thing about that is sometimes you have no control over. Most times you have no control over what somebody else is going to do. So once you decide to give that information or make a person privy to whatever your secret is, you have to be okay with that. One day it may just happen to get out, and that's just the reality of it. Trust people.
So if y'all were friends in the first place, why, you know, like, would you even consider them a friend if they, you know, once the friendship has ended, they will air your business out anyway? Like, was that really a friend to begin with?
Girl, let me tell you something. People are assholes when they get upset and when shit happens. So, yeah, I mean, when you're friends and everything is great and there's a possibility of making it work in a relationship or fixing the issue with a friend, yeah, you're a little more trustworthy. But when people get mad, they're likely to do whatever they want to do. So
that's another aspect of that's something you can't control.
Yeah,
you never know what's going to happen further down the line. You know, you could have been ace boo cool for like 12 years, but then it takes the problem of like 1 month to literally ruin all that. You know, it don't erase the 12 years of good friendship y'all had. It's just that y'all on different paths. You know, and that after y'all diverge, you kind of just got to take it as it rolls.
Yeah.
So I have another question for y'all. before you answer it, T.
Okay.
Do you think that a friendship that ended over the years could it be restored or repaired?
If you wanted it to.
Or relationship, either one, with the
Relationships are
intimate
different.
relationship or with the friendship.
Yeah, relationships different. I had a situation where friend for 15, 20 years, and it was a means of miscommunication where for like a whole year or so we barely even talked or so. And I talking to my therapist, and she asked me, "Is this something that you want to restore?" Sometimes, like you were saying, it got to be something that you would want to build that friendship back. And I said, yes, because the way how things were, it wasn't like crazy deep or nothing to for me to just be like, no, I don't want to be this person's friend again. I don't trust them. And then come to find out when we both sat down and had a conversation about it, it was just a lot of just miscommunication or whatever. But we sat down, we talked about it. I apologized, she apologized, and said, okay, then let's just move forward because I miss you. Girl, this is what happened, blah, blah, blah again. So it's like we said, you gotta want to have that friendship again if you really trust them or so. For me.
Now, if you brought that person back in your life, don't you think that the dynamics of your friendship would change a little bit? Because it's not the same as it was before.
It depends on what caused the distance between the two people. If it wasn't something serious, like she said, I wouldn't assume the dynamics should change. But if it was something significant, then yeah, it would change.
I wouldn't say it changed drastically, like 100%. I'll say just a little, but not so much. Like we still back at calling her, how you doing? This, small talk, this, that, and the third. Granted, it's not like 100% the same as it was before. It went down, but like we're still cool. That's still my great friend, everything like that. But I wouldn't say it's 100%. I'll say about 95%.
Mo, you tripping. I tell people, some people that's out, they can kick rocks.
I'm the same way. I'm like that too. I'm like, yo, ain't no love lost, but I'm good.
Especially when it's been a long time. Like, I'm doing something else, you doing something else.
I agree.
In my world, we moved on.
Right, because I've tried the whole get back, because me and a particular individual, cool as hell, but we tried the whole makeup several times. And I had to learn, like, nah, bro, we good. Kill yourself, go about your life, live on. Like, that's it. Sometimes it's like that, but if it's real significant, because like my family, I got a big family. We have problems all the time. We the type of family, we'll fight and typically fight and love each other the next day. But that's family. When it comes to friends, your blood. Right, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to friends, like, it's got to be equal. And sometimes it's equal hate, whatever that situation produced. You know what I mean? And trying to get back together, I think that's built on what you missed about what y'all used to have. But because of that situation, it's never going to be the same. So you missing something that's never going to be that's there anymore. Same thing in relationships. Like sometimes you ruin the relationship so much that it'll never be like that. You'll never have that same, and that's the problem.
And I agree with V. It all depends on how it ended. Like if it ended on bad terms or something, then it definitely is not gonna get back. I'm good. I'm a very forgiving person, but I don't forget. You know what I mean? Like I'll be cordial, talk to you, but hanging out and all that, it's a whole wrap. We're not doing that.
But V, why wouldn't you forgive them? Just because you don't have to be friends with them, but why not forgive them?
No, you're right. But that's just something I have to work on. I have an issue with that. I think I've gotten super better with it. But I feel like once I've let go, I've let go. I'm not interested in really, unless I really want to, but most of the time I don't. I just want to be done with it, move on. And
you can still move on, let go, but I feel like not forgiving, having it in your spirit, you're still you honestly deep down you're still holding on to something you don't forgive. Like, I can forgive you, But then like you said, move on. We don't got to be friends no more, nothing like that. But you don't want to have that hold in your heart.
No, I agree. It's just something I got to work on. I ain't there yet.
Maybe
They're
I'm
Leos and we're Libras. You gotta remember that.
I was about to say, look, I'm
That's
with you.
true. That's
You know,
true.
we're more
It's some
forgiving,
stuff
loving
you ain't about to
people.
get
Leos
forgiven
don't hold
for.
grudges.
It ain't. It's
I'm still working on it.
right.
But Yvette, I think her name is Yvette Holmes. She touched on something that I'm not sure in what context she was referring to, but she mentioned a jealous friend. And I think that touched home for me a little bit, just because just going back to friendships in general and outgrowing relationships with friends. I just feel like sometimes when you're doing certain things and friends are not doing certain things, or they're really stagnant, and whether it's constantly going out to the club or whatever, it doesn't, whether it's smoking, smoking weed, we've all maybe tried that when we were younger, and maybe you don't do it now, maybe you do, but whatever it is that you have linked away from that another person is doing, sometimes if you have progressed a little more than that person, it can cause jealousy. So I agree with that a lot. It can cause a jealous friend, and that becomes a very toxic dynamic, ultimately.
Right.
All right, well, let's move on to the next topic of the evening. Now, the next topic is a little touchy, just a little touchy. So, because Lance, just prepare yourself. Why do women always attract broken men?
Because they broken.
You say because the woman is broken, V?
No, they broke as hell. Broke, tore up.
I feel like sometimes women like the project. You know what I mean? Like somebody
That's
to
what I was
depend
thinking.
on them, always need them, and all of that type of stuff. Like, where he going? Where he going if he broken? He ain't got nothing. He's depending on you. He riding off of whatever you have. If you driving around in your car, he living in your place. Like,
no, but see that.
Well, no, but I don't necessarily.
I think that y'all missed the concept of broken.
Yeah, not broken as in
you
broken.
mean like broken, like have
broken, like really
been through
you know,
something.
you're saying, your famous saying is hurt people hurt people. You see what I'm saying? So that's a broken man because he's been hurt in a past relationship. That's what I mean. Like, why do women always attract a broken man?
I don't even think it has to be from a relationship. I could think it could be from upbringing. You just so broken based on how you were raised.
I mean, it could be that too. But I mean, the way that men treat women normally is from a previous time in their life where somebody really hurt them. So they don't act the same way that they did before.
Wait, let me just stop you really quickly, just off the subject. So I went to church service a few weeks ago, and my pastor, Pastor Keith Battle, preached about something very similar. And he said that from a younger age, men, boys, they lean on and depend on their moms to show them that that safe love. So the hugging, the holding, the kissing, the nurturing. And sometimes when you have an absent mother, or you have just family members that don't show you that, when you, as a man, when you grow older, you don't know how to show that. And so you become broken, and just, again, your upbringing, which, like my pastor said, he was in his household, they never said, I love you. It wasn't, I love you, mom, I love you, son. It was never that. And so as a man, when you grow up, how you think you're going to tell a woman, I love you? It's very hard to communicate those words because you didn't really do that when you were younger. I just think it's something that is kind of trained and learned.
I mean, I think that
let's get it from a male perspective.
I can disagree because I've come across crazy. I mean, I've come across men, and one is actually my stepdad. That he's proven to us that love doesn't have to come from.
Hey, Maurice, what's up, Mo?
Love can come from what you were taught as you got older without your family. Like a lot of men, even though they may have had a broken home, or they may not have gotten or said those words in their home, some of them grow out of that and notice that, you know what, I can't do what I did in my past, or I need to break the cycle of what I went through at home. So breaking the cycle is part of it. is whether they want to break the cycle or not, because they don't necessarily have to do or have to go by what they were taught at home. Because some people know that is wrong.
I have a question for Lance. How is this identified? Because we as women, we may be able to see that, hey, this man is broken, but all men don't know that they even have those type of issues, and they don't even like come out and then discuss them. You know what I mean? Like, men are very bottled up. They so masculine that sometimes they won't let themselves like be vulnerable. So when it comes to having any type of brokenness, can you explain how it's expressed or how it's identified?
I'm gonna try. Again, I'm gonna take all this from my opinion and my experience. I think first the question that you're asking, why women attract broken men. No matter what, you're going to attract all types of people. Problem is, majority of people out here are broken. Whether it's house growing up, whether the woman that he loved broke his heart, whether trust issues with his friends, all that stuff always translate into a relationship when you're dealing with another person.
Especially
now,
in the Black community.
Exactly, because one thing with the Black community we've had a issue with, which is addressing mental state, especially when it comes to men.
Mm-hmm.
Now, nowadays we have Black women are coming together, they're working with each other, trying to go see therapy, do all that, but there's not a lot of systems in place for Black men to go to these places and not have their ego bruised for going to seek help. But when you deal with the question why women attract broken men, it's no matter what, when a woman shine, when anything shine, when you're walking down the street and it's a dime on the ground, you immediately gonna look at that dime because it's what's shining in the ground, right? It's the same thing with a person. When a person's shining doing their thing, everybody's gonna come. You're gonna attract all types of people. So it's not an issue of you attracting broken men. The issue comes from entertaining broken men.
Okay, well, question. What if the tables were turned? Because some women
so it's the same thing.
Homes.
It's the same thing. Like, and normally what happens is you don't know when you're in that honeymoon phase. You don't know that a person's broken. Because right, you know what I'm saying? People you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that first stage when y'all don't let no fart come out y'all ass because y'all don't want the man to see it or hear it.
That's not true.
Well, that's not true about all women.
Right, but you know, majority of people can hide. They're gonna hide. So when the issue comes, when they hiding it, once you get past that honeymoon phase, a lot of times we feel like I'm too invested to let this go.
So I think I can say this in both directions, because women, I say some women do attract broken men, and I also say some men attract broken women, because some women out here, they savages when it comes.
Oh yeah, they cutthroat. They are taking everything.
And it makes them a lot. Sometimes it is based on upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Like, some women don't get the same thing that men get at home or wasn't brought on.
I agree with Justin's comment. I think Black women attract broken men because they are sympathetic to them. When a community made up of single mothers, it's relatable.
Sure.
Go ahead.
You know that saying weird. Oh, go ahead, Lance.
Oh no, I'm sorry. No, I think I agree partially with my brother right there. And the only thing that I can't say I necessarily disagree with him, but I will say that there is a relationship between how women raise young men. Now they're trying to do the jobs of the mother and the father, and it's a difficult job to do, you know, because women don't understand the certain pressures or the egoism that comes with being a man, and it helps when they can find male role models in their child's life early on that he can model his stance on. It's difficult, you know, because our community's been broken down so much, whether it's drugs, whether it's divorce rates, whether it's mental health, or even illnesses. Like, I mean, cancer breaks up home just as much as somebody being divorced.
Ooh, Lisa Wright made a great had a great question. Do you think we attract what we are, or we are so used to fixing people that we attract them?
I was just about
Yes.
I think
was
it's like a project.
So let's
I
go.
think
Let's
it's like
go
a project.
I said they attract them because they broken.
well,
They say hurt people and they attract.
hurt people.
but just like I said, just
But some women are so used to fixing a man
Right.
that's all they get is a broken man, and it's like a cycle, and they don't know how to get themselves out of it.
Well, it makes you feel needed. It makes you
Exactly.
feel needed by that person.
Exactly.
You know? And that's that sense of
And
I
I'm
know
the
I'm
person
needed
telling
because
you,
I'm fit.
I don't try. I ain't no Captain Saver hoe.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And men fall prey to that too when they find a woman who ain't really got their shit together.
So
You know?
okay, so what you saying? Let me go back to that because
Wait. Okay, wait. I want to touch on that because some people actually
I want
do
to touch
have
on
their
this.
self together, but
I'm
they
with you,
still
Justin. You got that right. I'm with
attract
you, Justin.
people who are not on their level, who are definitely, I don't want to say beneath them, but they're just not on the same level. Like this man might have all of these different issues going on, but the woman may be well advanced in her career and things like that. I feel like I even went through that situation. So I don't
But
really
it can
feel
be
like
vice versa too. Because I've seen some women, they just want to be around men who got a lot of money, and they so broken and broke. They look for men who got money and have money to take care of them, and that's all they cycle with. You know, and that's man attracts all women who are dust buckets, something to that nature.
Right. And even Justin right here, he said, plus it's not just women. Some people just have a hero complex and they enjoy that power. And I think that's important because a lot of people recognize I have more control because if it wasn't for me,
There you go.
you ain't got no house. If it wasn't for me, you ain't got no car. You know what I'm saying? I'm supplying this for you.
Right.
And some people in their brokenness, they receive gratification from that.
Yes, I
Because
agree.
it validates them and whatever pain they have, and so they can do whatever they want to do.
Facts. I think that a lot of times that we tend to forget that we need to be with somebody that's on our level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what
Because
old
sometimes people approach you and they're not on your level at all, and it's like you don't realize it until you all the way in there. You're like, hold up.
Right.
This is what my mom calls it. My mom calls it doing charity work.
she has a lot of names for things.
Oh my God. Yes, she does.
My mother is hilarious. Shout out to her.
Hey, Talia.
But yeah, I think that some people do need to, especially now in 2020, even though the world is so jacked up right now, this is a good time to reflect on yourself and take a look in the mirror and say, you know what, this just don't work for me.
I deserve better.
On relationship piece.
Right, but some people have to be taught how to self-reflect. Like self-reflection isn't to everybody a natural thing. You know, some people will hear that little demon on their shoulder and literally just go with the demon because that's all they know.
Right.
You know, the angel on the other side, that's literally as small as a mustard seed, so it's difficult. And sometimes that's when that idea of community, like for me myself, I got some brothers that we come together and it's small little slight stuff. You know, we go out, have a drink, and we sit and talk. And we decided that I'm going to be okay being vulnerable with you because I know you're not about to do nothing to harm me. You know, we gotta help men create them safe spaces where we can battle those things because we do have an ego problem with saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go see a therapist to go handle this because I know I'm fucking up."
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't want to seem weak by seeking help outside of myself because as a man, I should be able to just do it by myself. Period.
I agree.
You know, and that's when, because even though you're going to attract broken people, you know, you got to do your best to fix whatever's broken in you so that you see the sign and happily say, you know what, you got some stuff you got to work on that's not built for me. I'm going to step out of this situation, even though I just invested a good amount of my time in you. It's okay for me to let go of this. You know, it's okay. I can't entertain this no more. I made the mistake, but now I'm gonna correct it by moving to the side. And I think that's the biggest obstacle to overcome. Because sometimes you won't see shit coming.
Right. Let me
You
ask you, Lance. Do you think that you? And I mean, this is for all y'all too. Have you ever attracted a broken woman?
oh hell yeah. Got your mind?
When you found out she was broken, how far in were you at the
Oh, I
time?
was in there. I was in there like swimwear. Oh, I was in. It wasn't nothing I could do. I was in there drowning. I made up so many excuses why I wanted to stay, even though I saw it, you know. And I mean, it hurts because we learn the best through pain.
Fact.
You know?
Yeah, that is definitely true.
And we wish that we weren't that hard headed, but reality is we are, you know. And you just gotta take them lumps. You gotta take them speed bumps that come your way and do the best you can to move forward and try your best not to repeat it.
Right.
Miss Kia, I know you said that you went through a phase of that. Vanessa, have you ever gone through that?
I have.
You have?
Of course.
I think we all had our time.
I know I've had
Me
my time.
personally, I don't know how everybody else moves, but I really feel in my heart that my 30s woke me up from a lot of different things and a lot of decisions that I decided to make. Like when you're younger, in your teenage years or your 20s, you make a lot of mistakes, and sometimes you don't have the answers. You don't know how to get out of it. But as you progress, as you grow, as you become an adult, then I feel like your decision making should change.
Agreed.
Like it just shows like growth in yourself. And
But
then,
it has to do a lot with the, like you said, upbringing before and the growth that you go through with that upbringing. And honestly, sometimes your family sees stuff before you do.
Yes, they do.
and you don't want to hear nothing your family got to say.
Why did Ray Charles and your
wanna
family
hear
like,
it.
girl?
Nothing. Your family can talk to you in your ear all day long. And I swear, you do the opposite of
You
everything
start
they
beefing with
say.
them.
Yeah. Look, my mother told me. Look, my mother told me the first time she met my ex, like she was like, "Nah, this ain't the one. This ain't the one, baby." And she,
You was mad as I don't know what she told you.
no, I gave her.
My
She was an
my mother's
argument.
favorite word is, I
I was
really
moving
like
back
them. I
and
just
forth.
don't
I
like
was
them
using
for
my
you.
hands like, "Girl, you don't know what you're talking about," and she was right, 100% right. You know what I mean? But you know, we learn the hard way, like most people, which is stupid.
That's
But
it.
Well,
you
Jay,
know,
But I feel like if you never went through nothing, then and you didn't have any experiences, there would be nothing to learn from. So I feel like everybody, they have their turn.
Jay, look, have you gone through a situation like this?
Being with a broken man, yes, I have. And something that I know Lance pointed out and Vanessa had pointed out, it's because at the time I was broken. And I knew it wasn't nothing going to be anything more. It was just a situationship. But I just kept staying in it because I felt like I could be that hero complex thing of saving him and getting him out of there. I didn't realize it in the beginning, but then after a while, just small little conversations, even though he didn't open up about a lot of things. And then when he couldn't be real with me with certain questions that I had to ask him, I was like, I mean, I know this isn't going to be anything, but I'm not going to keep doing this. But then afterwards, we became cool and friends. Like, no, we're not, dealing with each other in that way. But we had an honest conversation when he told me on things on why he couldn't open up because of past relationships and everything. Like, he was broken. And I guess part of me felt it and seen it. And there was something that kind of gravitated to that because I was broken at the time too, so.
I was about to say, because I've been a broken person in a relationship as well.
I've been broke as shit.
So I'm going to leave everybody with this before we end this topic, that for those who are trying to save others and think that they can change them, you're not God. Like, stop it. Just worry about yourself. Get yourself together so you won't keep attracting the same thing. And then, no, you can pray for that person, but you can let them go.
And as much as we don't want to listen to our family, we might
be right.
We might meet.
So with this topic, if I can, I just want to tell people, you honestly can't stop who you attract. And because you have no control over people being attracted to you.
You attract the representatives.
What I will
attract
tell
the representative first.
So what I will tell you is don't entertain. Be more vigilant in your analysis of what's going on. That way you can stop yourself from being too deep in it.
Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. So, like we said, we're going to be playing a game. I'm going to team y'all up. This is called the 5-second rule. Okay, so.
Yeah, how are we going to actually team up?
So just by point wise, I'm going to ask everybody a question. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. You know the game. Or for those who don't know the game.
Well, what two people are you going to have against each other first?
Okay, who would y'all like to partner with? Y'all can pick your own partners.
I'm partnering with Cassidy.
You got to partner with somebody else.
You got to partner with somebody on here.
Okay.
Shout out to V for the fact that I've seen her in 6 different rooms. And like,
I'm trying to run from my kids. I'm trying to run from my kids.
You should go in the in-law suite. They don't be in there like that.
Yes, Legend was just in there riding his scooter all over the house. I'll partner with Jen.
Okay, Tierra Lance.
I'm with it.
All right, so
who's going first? Tierra and Lance? Yeah. Tierra and Lance going first.
All right, so I'm going to ask one side to one person and the other side to the other.
Wait, how you play the game?
Huh? Oh, the rules?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to ask a question, right? And then y'all have to name 3 answers in 5 seconds.
You ever see the Ellen Show?
I'm going to give you guys an example.
I'm ready. I got it.
So this is just an example. It says, name 3 things that feel good. And then you have 5 seconds to name those things. If there's any children in the room, y'all might get
frozen. I'm just waiting. I'm ready.
All right, forget it. We don't even
wait, he got closer. Like that, we gonna make a difference.
Like he just froze. Like.
Hey. I was answering the question in my mind.
Just for fun, so we won't play teams. But I'll ask you first, Lynn, since you're the guest.
All right.
When you hear the joint, the little thing that I have go, whatever, that means that your time is up.
All right,
so you ready?
All right.
The question is, name 3 sports celebrities who did jail time.
Oh, Kill, you might as well go to the next one. I'll take a drink.
You don't know celebrities who did jail time?
Hey, look, let me tell you, I'm honest about mine. I'm not a sports head.
Okay, can I
go? I like to play sports, so I couldn't even give you. All I can say is OJ, and that's it. I knew.
You can play, but you can't tell us who has.
I don't pay attention.
How many celebrities do you to?
I don't pay attention.
Wait, you said celebrities or sport? You said
sports celebrities.
Right.
Ones that play sports.
Yeah, I was gonna need more than 5 seconds.
Next question. No point to you.
So Tierra, wait. So is this what we doing? We gotta take a drink if we get it wrong.
You always got a drink, so I'm ready.
All right, yeah, get y'all drinks ready. Y'all should be taking shots. If y'all have 3 answers, drink up.
I got a versatile happy hour.
All right, who got cup? Everybody got cup. This one's for V because she's excited. All right, V, this is funny shit. Name 3 things you banged.
My husband's penis, the wall, and Kathy is. And
she said, "It ain't my husband. It's my husband's penis." She got it all out.
Y'all making me hot. All right, so. Oh my God, who I go next? Okay.
I get
you ready?
No, you ain't get the point.
Did you say in time?
Yeah, she said in time. She tried to say 4.
Okay, Jen. Kids, leave the room. Name 3 sexual complaints. Go.
Small penis, odor, and bad breath. I don't know.
The last one came after, but you did get 2.
Dang, that was 5 seconds already?
Yeah.
It goes fast.
I honestly agree with all of them, though.
Okay, so we give it to you. Okay, Tiara, you ready? Name 3 phobias or fears. Go.
Frogs, snakes, and spiders.
Okay. Those are the easy ones.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
would say like roller coasters or something. Okay.
A lot of people.
Wait, I thought you had to name like certain phobias.
Like fears, like things
Fears
you're
and
scared
phobias.
of.
Like,
oh no, I
Snakes are definitely a phobia for me. I'm scared.
A lot of people are scared of snakes. A lot of people are scared of spiders. A lot of people are scared of like reptiles. Period. So.
I'm not gonna give this one to you because I'm gonna feel bad. So I'm gonna skip it. Sorry about this to my gay community. It says name 3 gay men, but I'm gonna skip that one. So
Hey, that was
ready? All right. So name 3 times you hate being rushed.
oh shit. Going to work, going to school, going to the bathroom.
Wait, what? The bathroom?
Going to the bathroom. Oh, if you in the bathroom, hate being rushed.
I hate being rushed from the bathroom. That's my time. I need my time. Okay? I contemplate. That's my mental space. That's meditation. Don't do that. All right? Don't rush me.
Meditation.
That's my meditation. Don't do that.
Okay. Why? For real, let's talk about that real quick. Why do men stay in the bathroom so damn long?
Because
I know a lot of
other women.
for like 30 minutes.
Side note though, on some really funny stuff, we was at one of my little family get-togethers a while back, and we learned that my uncle gets completely naked in the bathroom.
Look.
People do that at work, son. At work.
At work?
Hey, I tell you, we cry.
At work though?
Who does that?
Oh my gosh.
In the bathroom,
Take them all the way off.
ain't nobody about to bother you when you're in the bathroom. That's a long time.
But why you gotta take all your clothes off?
Hey, that's comfort level. You ever had them little hot shits? When you got them hot shits, you got their clothes off. You don't want nothing sweating. You just comfortable. My man living his day.
Oh my gosh.
My man be free. Let him do his thing.
I really think it's a men thing. I don't know, but
you ain't never.
All right, B, you ready?
It's my turn.
Yes.
All right.
This should be a good one for you. Name 3 things that could get stuck up your nose.
Boogers, Q-tips, and fingers.
Boogers?
Why do you put a Q-tip in your nose, though?
Wait, how does finger get stuck? How do you get
stuck up your nose?
You can't get it out?
Like, if you put your finger in a person's nose small, I got a big nose, so mine different. So, this thing gets stuck.
This is hilarious.
That's why I said it'd be a good one for you. Because you and your kids, man. Okay, Jen. You ready? I'm not going to give you that one. Okay. Name 3 ways to show love. Go.
Kiss, gifts, and a card.
Okay.
We should speed it up. Y'all want to speed it up?
You want to go fast?
Yeah, go.
Okay.
Dang, okay. It's the light. It's my turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Name 3 uses for a bathtub.
Screwing, relaxing, and meditating.
Why you ain't take a bath? Why not the actual use for the actual tub?
Right.
What you say?
It said name 3 things.
Only have 5 seconds.
Uses for a bathtub. It's the first things that kind of come to your mind. This is what makes the game fun.
Okay. What did you say?
Why not take an actual bath? Because she didn't need that to take a bath. Okay.
Who's winning?
Everybody kind of is on track right now.
Except me. Good.
Yeah.
I'm not even giving nobody points. Okay, so if anybody was losing, it'll be Lance because he didn't answer the first one.
Yep.
James O'Keefe, who's that?
I don't know. Okay, Lance. Name 3 places you shouldn't get a tattoo.
Your ass, your face, and your ear.
Hey, Hammerhead.
No face tattoos though?
Nah, kill. You stupid. Nah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being 87 years old and the tattoo you had in your face is all messed up? Like, nah.
That's horrible.
Stupid.
Yeah,
okay, hopefully you can interpret this question.
No disrespect to tattoos, but not me.
Not on the face. Name 3 times fast is better. You understand that?
Wait, what?
Let me give her another one. Fast,
Yeah.
like.
No, wait, I was going to answer, but I want to just start all over. Same question.
No, you're trying to think about it.
I'll give you this one.
Said, though.
Name 3 things you can do with a condom. Go.
Clean.
Wait.
What?
Explain it. Wait. With the inside of the outside.
Things you can do with a condom.
I didn't Dave in the bathtub. Who cleans
Put it on a penis. Put it on a penis.
I don't know.
It's been that long, huh? It's been that long since you used a condom.
You should have gave me the first question.
Let me find out you would be Justin with a condom on your head. Oh.
Okay.
There's speed dating. Let's do that.
Oh yeah, our speed dating. We need to get on it. You know,
I'm actually
there's supposed to be corona connections.
If anyone is interested in quarantine dating, please email us at thepillowtalk.04@gmail.com. It is going across the bottom of the screen. If you are interested, serious inquiries only, men and women.
Thank you for
if
that.
you're broken, take a break. You don't need to be dating. Fix yourself.
Hello?
If you're broken.
Right, if you're broken.
Sit down.
Right.
Okay, J. Lou. I was gonna say John. All right, name 3 wet things.
Pussy, water, and
You're out of time, Jay.
Wait, is water really wet though?
we did have a conversation. Is water wet? Vanessa, we can't hear you.
Water is wet. It can be.
A puddle.
Soaking clothes.
Right.
But I think no, but then that was that whole argument is water wet because you saying clothes now. My clothes are wet because of the water. Now, is the water really wet? Everybody had that little. I remember that whole.
You won't have water marks. You won't be wet.
I think water's wet.
Let me get the car.
Okay, T.
Yes.
Name 3 places you would like a hidden camera.
The outside of my house, the inside of my house, and by the windows.
How's that?
Dang, that fast.
It's 5 seconds.
How many more do you got?
It's gonna be funny, huh?
How many more we got?
We'll do 2 more rounds and then wrap it up because
Okay.
it's coming on to 8 o'clock. Okay, Lance.
Okay.
Name 3 people you like to stare at.
Shit, Taraji P. Henson, Regina Hall, and Michelle Obama.
Hey, I like to see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Girl power, black girl power. Black girl magic.
Yeah, it's all about the melanin.
There you go. Girl.
Okay. Okay. V. Name 3 foods or drinks that make you yearn. You make your urine stink.
Asparagus. And wine. I don't know.
No, wine don't make your wine. But asparagus definitely does.
And broccoli, no.
No, onions.
Onion, garlic. Time's up.
Yeah.
What was that cereal?
I know which one you talk about.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that. My mom used to always eat that damn cereal.
My mom used to buy all this golden Crisp cereal. Oh my god! And as a child, if you ate it, your whole urine would smell like golden Crisp.
Yeah, vitamins.
Yeah,
Vitamins.
Yeah, they do. Okay. This is stupid thing you don't want. Okay. So
It will be.
she's been playing it safe. Okay, Jen. Name 3 sex toys.
A dildo, a vibrator, and
Time's up.
I would have said butt plug. I would have said butt plug. I was thinking
so my whole visual for my third answer was a sex doll.
Oh, the little blow up dolls.
Yeah, blow up doll. I couldn't get the name for nothing. I had the visual in my head, but I couldn't think of the name.
I see what you're doing there.
Okay. T. You ready, T? We're going to do one more round after this. Name 3 foods you can use during sex.
Strawberries, whipped cream, and chocolate.
Okay.
Professional.
I was about to say something. She said professional.
Cucumbers. Okay.
Rabbit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. What you doing with a rabbit?
Oh, the rabbit. Yeah, that.
Oh,
The rabbit.
No, you talking about rabbit. Okay.
Rabbit.
Context on there. I was thinking Easter. Right. I was thinking Easter. So it threw me off.
Okay, I'll give you a easy one.
Let's go. Come on, let's go. Give me
You
some.
want a hard one?
Hey, fuck it, let's go.
Oh, okay. Name 3 reasons you get diarrhea.
Food, stress, and your ex-girlfriend.
Dang, ex-girlfriend need diarrhea?
Oh yeah.
Wait, you gotta talk about that real quick before we leave. How does that happen?
What you need to know?
What is it? Something that she cooking for you? Because I don't understand how you get diarrhea.
Oh yeah, it's something that she cooked for you. Wasn't right. Chicken wasn't all the way done. Oh, it could be a myriad of things. Trying to tell you, hit the stomach wrong every time.
All right, V.
Wait, hold on. I have a toddler that's about to act the fool. Just give me 1 second so I can come up. Go. All right, go on.
Can he hear this?
Yes,
He's not even gonna know what it is. I want him to repeat it though.
Yeah, he can hear it for sure.
Okay.
Come get his chip. Go ahead.
I'll give you an easy one.
Okay.
Okay. Name 3 lies you tell on a job interview.
What?
No, are you serious? First of all, that you know how to do the work. People lie all the time about that.
I was distracted.
Listen, y'all are coming in last place here. All right, Jen. Name 3 ways to have an orgasm. Go.
Sex, play with yourself. Use it.
So this is it. Until you get the last question.
Okay. Listening.
No, that's like that. Okay. Okay. Name 3 experiences that are better when drunk.
Sex, clubbing, and bar hopping.
Hey.
Okay, y'all. So that concludes our game. 5-second rule.
And Vanessa is the winner. Woo, woo.
Oh my God, y'all making me hot. But thank you, Lynn, for joining us today.
Yes, thank you.
Perspectives on our questions.
Oh yeah,
great perspective, definitely.
Right. And I hope that everybody who joined us, friends, fans, family, we love you all. Thank you for tuning in to the Pillow Talk Lounge. Fingers ain't no oral. Hey.
Yeah,
and make sure y'all subscribe.
Yes, make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Oh my God, I'm already talking. Below, and I got a happy hour to go to.
Oh, by the way, Lioness, you're right. Tea, coffee, and there's something else you said. Soda definitely gives you I think it's diarrhea.
Yeah.
That daggone coffee, that'll do it.
Coffee definitely hit to it. Good thing I don't drink that.
Ooh, dairy products.
If you
Definitely dairy.
In quarantine dating, please make sure you email us at thepillowtalk.04@gmail.com. Make sure you leave a picture, a short bio, and your age.
We trying to get you married.
Yes.
Right. And DM us on Instagram or Facebook.
Yes, absolutely. And also, Nikki, you didn't even let me finish my thought process.
Sorry, go ahead.
Leave a short bio, a picture, and your age. Tell us what you're interested in, whether it's other like men and men, men and women, but we want to make a love connection. But this is for men and women only, and we only want to take serious inquiries. So please make sure that you leave that in our email.
And it's going to be aired live.
It's going to be aired live.
It's going to be aired live. And take Lance's advice. If you're broken, this is not for you.
Absolutely. We try to make love connections. We ain't trying to make broken connections.
Right.
Hey. So thank y'all for tuning in. Until next week, peace out.
Be safe, y'all.
See y'all, everybody.
Yeah.